Right, good evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're all doing well out there. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, dropping a like on the video to help me reach a wider audience, and any comments or questions you may have, please feel free to leave them down below and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I'm going to be talking about VeChain again, or more specifically VeCarbon, which they're using to help organisations and countries achieve carbon neutrality by a certain time. But before I get to that, I'll start off by looking at the broader cryptocurrency market and see how we're sitting today. Initially we were down, but we're up by 0.8% today, so the market cap's up to $1.1 trillion. We got a 24-hour trading volume of $60.3 billion. Bitcoin dominance is up to 42.3%, having been down earlier in the day. It's back over $24,000 just. So it's up 0.33% on the day. Across the top 10, no major rises. Solana appears to be the one that's done best today. That's just outside the top 10. It's up 1.6%. Moving on to the biggest rises in the last 24 hours. STX continues to do well. It's been on a right tear up the last week or so. Engine, that was doing well earlier when it looks, and it's continuing to have a good day. Gaming coins, I believe, will do well in the upcoming bull run, whenever that might be. I don't think it's now. I think we're having a nice little pump at the moment, but I believe the bull run will become possibly next year or 2025, but no one really knows. It's just, it happens when it happens. I'm happy to accumulate at these levels. So no major rises other than Engine and STX. There's a few 5 and 10%, but nothing huge. Onto VeChain, we're up 3.1% against the US dollar and up 2.24% against Bitcoin, so we're outperforming both of those currencies. Market cap is up to 2.161 billion, 24-hour trading volume of $92 million, and a circulating supply of 72.51 billion VeChain, which is 84% of the total supply. It's been like that for quite some time now. Where should we look? Should we check the sentiments, if there's any shilling in there, or if it's actual news? What are you doing? Sorry, my dog's under my table. I don't know what she's up to. Just nonsense in here today. People talking about SHIB, stuff like that. It's got absolutely nothing to do with VeChain. I need to give up even looking at that. I think I'll go to the charts first to see how we're performing. So we've broken through this resistance level, this double top the other day. We came back down yesterday and almost tested that level, so that has become support. Today we've pushed up again, trying to break that level there, which is prior resistance from back in August, so it is quite a key level. We attempted it, but we've had a slight pullback. It's all interesting, well, it's all dependent on how we close today, but there's nothing on the MACD or the histogram suggesting that things are going to change anytime soon. We've still got that golden cross. The 50 and the 100 are both sloping up on the daily. If we go up to the weekly, spread that out slightly so you can see it more clearly. If we can break through that level, then I genuinely believe, well, we're pushing through the weekly 50, which is a good sign, and there's no major, I suppose you could put historical resistance around that level at 0.044, but I genuinely believe that we're not going to be targeting 0.08. None of this is financial advice, it's just purely speculation, just what I see on the charts and news articles, fundamentals and technicals combined, just to show you what I'm seeing and the things I'm invested in, basically. So chart wise, everything looks quite good. Let's go down the time frames a little bit, see if we can gather any more information. So since Monday we've had a bit of a down week, but we do appear to have reacted to this 50, and we've pushed up off it and we're moving up. It's just a bit choppy really, but it's no drastic declines. There was a big wick down there, but we reacted almost immediately to the pip on that trend, that resistance line, and on the 50, so all correlated nicely, provide a nice bounce. So moving on to the article, I'll go through this very quickly. I'll link it down below so you can read it at your own leisure. Let me just have a sip of water before I start reading, because I'm absolutely gasping. You have to excuse me for 1 second. Right, VeChain powered technology. VeCarbon is the future of a multi-billion-dollar corporations to benefit. VeChain, a promising zero-threshold carbon management SaaS software, is one of VeChain's latest innovative technologies. With VeCarbon, major corporations can manage and receive real-time data of carbon emissions produced by their products and facilities. VeChain, one of the most prominent blockchains in the industry since its inception into the market, VeChain has continued to push the statics of the blockchain industry by using its own innovative and advanced technology to solve real-world problems. VeCarbon is one of VeChain's most innovative technologies that is now making waves across the SaaS market. For its promising future, it's basically carbon management software as a service software. VeCarbon is not only a zero threshold carbon management SaaS software, but the software also has two built-in systems of organizational carbon emission management and product carbon footprint management. Highlighting some of VeChain's most notable achievements, a Twitter user acknowledged that the VeCarbon currently serves a huge number of companies. The companies harnessing VeCarbon's technology have recorded efficiency in their quest to reduce the global carbon emissions and carbon footprints caused by their products. I really need to stop reading these articles this time of night. I'm far too tired to be going through them. This is Eisenreich. I recommend you follow him on Twitter. He's always like on the forefront of VeChain news, and he's definitely worth a follow. I don't know how he finds out all this information, but it's absolutely fantastic. VeCarbon's use cases. The carbon management system has many capabilities to help curb carbon emissions. So far, it is known to be able to identify carbon emission sources, clear accounting boundaries, and even have specific greenhouse gas quantification models. Corporate customers can expect to receive accurate, professional, up-to-date digital carbon management services from the software. In addition to the aforementioned benefits, VeCarbon's blog post denotes many other ways in which users can utilize the software. VeCarbon emissions include the National Development and Reform Commission's 24 industry greenhouse gas emission accounting methods and reporting guidelines, and ISO 14064.2018. I'm not familiar with that. Standard professional templates. Users can use the carbon emission management system to easily implement carbon emission plan formulation, ordinary data entry, and carbon emissions. Carbon emission monitoring and management functions such as emission result calculation, carbon inventory report generation, data visualization, and data analytics. The blog post also highlighted some case scenarios that depict VeCarbon's practical use. It cites a case of real-time carbon monitoring and management of an industrial park using the software. By monitoring carbon emissions in real time, relevant data on the park can be accessed. Additionally, the user has the ability to re-optimize the monitoring options. This enables real-time and fine-grained management of carbon emissions produced in every single building in the park. Based on the large data screen, a platform provides park managers and decision makers with one screen and one key visual operation and management methods to meet the production and operation needs of carbon compliance management, carbon targets, and carbon efficiency, and will effectively help customers achieve energy saving and carbon saving goals, improve the image of the park. Right, I'll link this article down below because I butchered it once again because it's far too late for me. What time is it? It's nearly 8:30 in the UK. I normally go to bed by 10 o'clock, so I'm normally sort of lying down reading or something at this time of day. But I do like the fact that VeChain are at the forefront of monitoring carbon emissions, because that's going to be a big thing in the upcoming years, because a lot of companies are aiming to achieve carbon neutrality. Like I was in Nando's the other day and they were saying that they've already achieved it. And I know Amazon are trying to do it, and a myriad of other organisations are looking at reducing their carbon emissions and actually achieving carbon neutrality, which isn't an easy thing. So if VeChain can be at the forefront of that, then that's going to drive more use cases to their blockchain. So they are becoming, well, they always have been very innovative. Sorry, I got stumbled on my words there. I did an article. I did a video yesterday about their new VWorld wallet. There's so many things that are going on with VeChain that, to me, like I constantly say, it's a no-brainer. There's actually a little trend line on there. I'm not sure how. Yeah, there is. There's a little trend. I'll leave that on there for tomorrow for the 4-hourly, because that could provide support up to that 0.032 region. So I just spotted that there. It's not drawn on perfectly. I'll adjust it later on. But should we close positively today, there would be a little day trade set up there, or more of a swing trade on the 4-hourly. Actually, a day trade on the 4-hourly, because we've got a lower low there. We're looking like we're going to close above it. So should that close above it and the following candle break that high, that would be a trade setup for me at a 2-to-1 risk reward. So let's draw it on to see where we could be targeting tomorrow. This is pure. I'm not going to be trading it. I'm showing you what I'd be looking at. So the entry would be roughly here. Say that closes there and the next candle breaks that high. We'd have a stop loss around here, and on crypto you don't want to be looking at about 3-to-1. So how's that going to work out? That's going to take us up to roughly here. So we could achieve the same, the same sort of levels that we've been up on Monday the 23rd. So at the beginning of the week, we could find ourselves back in the same position. I'll leave that on there, but I'll move it off if the trade doesn't set up, because it's only in the early stages. We've got the lower low. We've got this candle here that's potentially going to close above it, and the candle afterwards. I've not drawn this on accurately at all. I need to move that down slightly. Well, it depends on where the candles go, but that would be a setup for me, unless there's any divergences across. Nope, everything looks nice. Signal lines and MACD lines are sloping downwards, but for a trade like this, it's more of a mechanical setup. It wouldn't really bother me. So I'll leave it for there. I'll leave that little trade setup on there, and we'll see how it plays out. If it triggers, I'll do it in my video tomorrow. If it doesn't, then we won't even bother watching it. But as for now, I'm going to finish up. I'm going to have a little bit of food and chill out for the rest of the evening. I hope you all do the same. Have a nice evening. Like I said, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I do videos on VeChain most days and some other projects and protocols I'm invested in. I remain neutral on everything. I don't hype things up overly. I don't go all negative on things. I'm fairly impartial. You've got to have an open mind when you're investing. I know I talk a lot about VeChain, but I am realistic about it. But everything I'm investing in, I've researched thoroughly, and I only talk about things that I believe in. And even if I'm invested in something and I sort of see faults in it, I will bring that to the table as well. Whereas some people are just, I'm not a moon boy. I'm an investor. So, this trade could potentially be setting up. The bar close, mind you, there's still nearly 3.5 hours for it to close. So I'm waffling on a bit now. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, dropping a like on the video to help me reach a wider audience. And any comments, questions, or potential price predictions you may have, please leave them down below, and I will get back to each and every one of you in good time. So once again, I wish you all a wonderful evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for your time. Night. Bye for now.